let's talk about Valter Walker versus Lukasz Brzeski. Valter Walker, this is Johnny Walker's brother. Dude's a striker, undefeated, but this is his first UFC fight. He comes in, he runs forward with that chin up, boy. I mean, he's begging to get chinned. Can Lukasz Brzeski do it? I say no. Lucas,
Oh, thank God.
poor defense. The dude doesn't excel anywhere. Eats huge hits, and like the word you love to use, he's very well-mean. Like, you saw pictures of him, and there's like pictures of him ripped, and then there's pictures of him looking a little flabby. The flabby version is the one that we're getting. I don't know how old those other pictures are, but I mean, I don't understand. I don't understand this guy. When I was watching his tape, it just made no sense to me. Valter, he might run forward with his chin up. He might have sloppy technique. He hasn't faced anybody. He gasses. He has good takedowns, and I think that's going to be enough. I really think that's going to be enough. Also, this one, heavyweight fight, I don't think this goes the distance. It's an Apex card heavyweight fight. This isn't going the distance. I'm going Valter Walker. It's at minus 278. Let's see what the double method for a finish would be for him. If we're looking at KO sub double method, that would be, wow, plus 100. Plus 100 for a Walker knockout sub. I'm taking it, and I'm running. What do you think, Bobby?
You pretty much did the heavy lifting for me on this one. We're coming off peak and Campbell, how hyped we were for that. Now we're getting the air sucked out of the room with this next fight. Once again, not to be a dead horse, try and keep this brief. Yeah, brothers are coming back in this card. We talked about Alex Reyes, Dominic Reyes, Johnny Walker, Valter Walker. Yeah, you pretty much hit the nail on the head. First thing I saw with Valter Walker, a lot of takedowns for a heavyweight.
Yes.
Not saying he's Daniel Cormier, for Christ's sake, but, Daniel Cormier has a lot of takedowns in heavyweight. And other than that, you don't really see too many takedowns. But, yeah, I was shocked. I thought being, Johnny Walker's brother, break dancing and elbows are on the menu. A lot of takedowns. How that plays a role in this fight against Brzeski, I've seen Brzeski, when I was doing my research on him, give up his back a lot. A lot. Every single fight that I watched of his, multiple instances of him giving up his back. And even though the whole shake-off method, if the guy's too high up on you to get him off, does work and is viable, he needs to use a method that he's not using, which is stand up, his hands on their hands, try to break the grip and turn out. That's the most effective way. He does not do that at all. And if he can't shake off, he's going to continue to get taken down. He puts himself in positions where I believe one of the fights of his I watched, because he couldn't get the guy off of him, he almost got omoplotted by the guy. Brzeski almost got omoplotted. So, yeah, that pretty much says it all. Yes, Valter does strike, and he is sloppy. But, I mean, there's nothing really about his striking that makes it any better or any worse than any other heavyweight. That's pretty much heavyweight MMA in a nutshell when it comes to striking. Sloppy, wild, chin on the air. If you don't get knocked out, you're getting knocked out or you're gassing, and it's going to be disgusting to watch. But, yeah, the X factor 100% I think is going to be the takedowns based off how much Valter does like to initiate grappling and does like to make use of that, and how much Brzeski is constantly susceptible to being taken down and to giving up his back. So, yeah, plus 100 KO TKO sub. I love it because that's going to be bread and butter for Valter. And to answer your question about how perplexing Brzeski is, here's a little bit of fun trivia for you. So Brzeski, yeah, very hot and cold, weird, streaky guy. I pride myself on knowing a lot of unconventional, weird, out there fighters that are kind of lesser known that are in the UFC. Didn't even know the guy was in the UFC. I thought this was going to be like his debut, maybe his second fight. He's been in the UFC. Yeah. He got a Contender Series contract in 2021, back to his physique. Do you know why that Contender Series win was overturned to a no contest? Because originally he won and got a contract. Brzeski did. pissed hot for clomiphene, a performance-enhancing drug.
That's
And
why he's
then
not jacked anymore.
Right, because he pissed hot, and now he can't be on the good shit anymore. I mean, maybe now since USADA's gone, but that's a different story. Anyway, served his suspension, came back August 2022, split decision loss, Martin Boudet. March last year, Carl Williams, going back to the grappling, Carl Williams hurt the dude on the feet, had him rocked, and then suplexed the ever-loving shit out of him. So how he didn't get the finish was actually surprising, which is the only thing that gives me concern about the finish double method. Is Brzeski is pretty durable, actually. To get rocked like that in the striking and then suplexed from hell by Carl Williams and not finished, I got to admit, that was pretty impressive. But he is coming off August last year, a round 1 loss to hooks from Waldo Cortez Acosta. So it is possible it was just done in his last fight. So, yeah, that plus 100, I'm hoping and praying that it doesn't go the distance, because God help us once again, as I always say, with heavyweight MMA, especially with two guys this sloppy and untechnical, it's going to be disgusting if it does. So
I kind of like, sometimes I don't like playing guys that are making their debut, but I feel like, especially at heavyweight, you need like every ounce of effort that you're going to get out of somebody. He's going to come in here, he's going to try to be level-headed. How are you not amped your first fight in the big leagues? I think he's going to come with just that little extra juice. If we're looking at it from the Vegas aspect, this is split at about 2/3 to a third. 66% of the money is on Valter, or 66% of the bets, excuse me, and 73% of the money is on Valter. So when he's such a high favorite, this is one of those that Vegas, they're going to set it up high, so when they have to pay out, they pay out low and then just steal all the money on the other side. So I feel like, once again, we're on the right side of Vegas here.
yeah, he's a pretty heavy favorite. He's one of the highest. He's one of the biggest favorites at minus 238 money line right now to plus 195 Lucas. And when I first saw that, I was wondering what the fuck was up, and thinking I could be a little cheeky. But no, after watching Lucas and watching Valter, once again, we say it a lot on this show, and then I'll move on. But these aren't guys that are going to be, well, fuck, it's heavyweight. Maybe they will. All right, I'll hold off on saying they won't be top 15. It's heavyweight. It's so damn shallow. Who knows? So scratch that.
You better start listening to the Better in Green podcast. You will not regret it. Trust me, trust me, trust me. And hey, I'm Dean Blandino.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to Better in Green, eh? To Better in Green, eh? To Better in Green, eh? Listen in and cash out. That's what it's all about. Come on, let's make cash now. We always on spot and we cover old spot from the bottom to the top, hey. Shout out to Ethan, shout out to Wyatt, shout out to Ben. Welcome, welcome to our podcast, Better in Green.